Have you ever looked up at a full moon and felt a strange, primal chill? Tonight, we're diving deep into the shadows of European folklore to uncover the terrifying origins of one of its most fearsome creatures, the werewolf. Forget the romanticized versions you see in movies today. The original werewolves were not tragic heroes, but monsters born from curses, dark pacts, and pure, unadulterated terror. Let's travel back to ancient Greece. One of the earliest werewolf tales is the myth of King Lycaon of Arcadia. To test the omniscience of Zeus, Lycaon committed a horrific act. He served the god a meal made from his own son. Enraged, Zeus didn't just strike him down. He transformed Lycaon into a ravenous wolf, cursed to forever crave human flesh. This wasn't just a story. It was a powerful warning against defying the gods, setting a grim precedent for the werewolf legend. The transformation was a punishment, a mark of monstrosity. As Christianity spread across Europe, the werewolf narrative shifted. It became intertwined with concepts of demonic possession and witchcraft. During the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, fear was a powerful tool. The werewolf was no longer just a cursed man, but a servant of the devil. People believed that individuals could make pacts with Satan, receiving an ointment or a wolfskin belt that allowed them to transform. This belief had terrifying real-world consequences. Consider the case of Peter Stump, the so-called werewolf of Bedburg, in 16th century Germany. Accused of being a werewolf for 25 years, he confessed under torture to a gruesome spree of murder and cannibalism. He claimed a magical belt given to him by the devil allowed him to become a wolf. Stump's brutal execution was a public spectacle, a grim reminder of how deeply the fear of werewolves was embedded in the collective psyche. His story, and others like it, blurred the line between myth and reality, fueling mass hysteria. But what about the transformation itself? Early folklore is filled with agonizing descriptions. It wasn't a quick, seamless shift. It was a painful, bone-breaking, flesh-tearing ordeal. The human mind would snap, replaced by a wolf's feral instincts. Some legends said the werewolf retained its human eyes, a haunting window into the tortured soul trapped within the beast. This duality, the man inside the monster, is perhaps the most horrifying aspect of the legend. It represents the loss of control, the surrender of humanity to our darkest, most violent impulses. In France, they had the loup-garou, often seen as a man who failed to fulfill his religious duties and was condemned to roam as a wolf for a set number of years. In Norse mythology, the sagas speak of warriors, known as Elefachnar, who wore wolf pelts and were said to channel the spirit of the wolf in battle, fighting with a terrifying, uncontrollable fury. Each culture added its own unique fears and beliefs, but the core concept remained the same, a monstrous fusion of man and beast. These old tales are more than just campfire stories. They reflect the anxieties of their time. Fear of the wilderness that surrounded villages, fear of outsiders, and the terrifying fear of the darkness that can lurk within our own neighbors or even ourselves. The werewolf was the ultimate symbol of humanity's fragile grip on civilization, a reminder that just beneath the surface, a monster could be waiting to break free. So the next time you see a full moon, remember the dark legacy of the European werewolf, a legacy written in fear, blood, and the eternal struggle between man and monster. Thanks for journeying into the darkness with me. If you enjoyed this exploration of folklore, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tales from the shadows. See you next time.